What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So the question that occurred in mind is that a lot of people don't like running and if not weightlifting or training. My question is, how uncomfortable are you? And how comfortable are you in the level of comfort? And it's comfortable that you sit down and do none on the couch and watch video, televisions, and exercises is not uncomfortable because you're pushing your limits, your body boundaries, you're pushing to your utmost of your abilities. So that's uncomfortable. So in order for us to become a better version of ourselves, it is to go to that next level. It is to push through the threshold. It is to do the uncomfortable. So that's why we have to be uncomfortable. And what I meant was, we have to be comfortable of not being uncomfortable. That can remove the irreversible, and then there's no turning back once we pass through it, because no longer will we be uncomfortable doing what once was uncomfortable, because there's no lack in this world, and it is an evolutionary process to obtain the identity that we strive for. Because when we push forth the efforts and what seemed to be insurmountable, what seemed to be so freaking hard, what seemed to be like we're about to piss in our pants when we run pass through the threshold, and heart's about to give up because we just running so hard, and it's just, can you imagine heart pounding so fast, you keep on running and then you speed up some more, going past 50 miles per hour, your limitations, because we are our only human and not all of us could run 20 miles per hour, but 15 is pretty decent. So that is the tears coming to one eyes, that is the urine is about to come, and shit, heart rate, no vomiting, but it's just about to pass out. Because is that like a death-like experience? Yeah, it is. That is the starting point, beginning to change our life, and slowly breaking through the barriers and tearing apart what once was. We think that is impossible, because what once was impossible is now possible. And we shed in the old wound, we shed in old skins, just like the snake, and we just make it through. Passion has become the edge, that foundations that we need to overcome. That's what the mind, heart, and spirit is, to improve, to evolve, to learn, and that's a growth mindset, because mindset is everything. So when we understand, have the foundations to allow ourselves to invite the uncomfortable, being as a spirit, not just doing all the time, because we sit down, we contemplate, and we see what is worthwhile, what is set the tone for the invincibilities of once we think that we were indestructible when we were younger. By nature, we grow, and constant changes as we get older. It seemed like the bone fracture and the skin getting a little aging and wrinkle, and we might feel that we can't do what once was, but we can once we start practicing it. It's all about putting the effort. It's all about practicing. It's all about reversing our psychology and being what one was, the old habits, the old patterns, to keep us safe. It's not really safe. The comfort zone is pretty much inadequate, because it makes us feel inadequate, because the familiar, the comfort zone is the thing that we used to know, and we are afraid to go do the unknown. We forget to go to the unknown. We forget to take that chances. We forget, we're scared, maybe, suppose. It's not unnecessarily, because the most important thing is to stay in motion on a daily grind, is what keeps the momentum going. And as I'm walking, getting some exercises, and some thoughts in the mind, we're doing this. What are the emotions that going through our mind when we have that feeling of comfort? What is comfortable? What is not comfortable? Because I've mentioned that I'm not here to be comfortable. I mean, yeah, I allow myself to be comfortable when we need the rest, but what is that serving us? Because damn, a lot of stuff is all learning. That's uncomfortable too. Marketing, that's uncomfortable. Do I want to do it, or be able to get someone else to do, or team up with us? So that's another thing, that's choices that we make. But if we can't find those individuals that are able to support, that we can support one another, we have to do it all our own. And once we master it, we have to delegate it, so we can do something else that we have passion for. So a lot of this is also including our health. Our health is the most vital and crucial and the most important thing in our life, because with health, that's our life. That's for longevity of lifespan, to prolong our journey in this life trajectory. So in the process of becoming better, in the process of being in our spirits, because being spirit is synonymous to being inspired. So what inspires you? What is the passion? What is your aspirations? So we ask ourselves on a daily basis as well too. We take note and we learn as we grow, and as we age, we grow. That's normal. That's by nature, by default. But what are we putting in our mind to learn, to evolve, to experience, to gain the knowledge, to acquire the wisdom, to go beyond the mundane world, and to exercise our unique ability and to improvise, that we can able to adjust, because we are the most intellectual beings, and with the intelligence we expand the knowledge that we have learned. And when I mention improvise, because a lot of time things doesn't go according to our plan, or because it's outside our control. But what we have control is our attitude towards it. So then that's where we could use our ingenuity and see what we can make use out of our own way of thinking, our own view, our own perspective, and a broader perspective to see what we can make out of it. Because this is where we use our imagination, our creativities to mold, shape our life for fun and activities. Our imagination is to create the world, to envision that the life that we want, that we desire. Because desire is with the intention, with the deliberate intention, we can make it happen. But how do we do it? That's the question, right? So how can we do it? We're not gonna say, oh, I can't fruit that, because we may not able to do it, but you don't think that you can, because you will and do it. How do we do it? That's the question. So you want to question yourself, how can one do this? How can we apply the knowledge that we have acquired? How can we put this body to use at the most of our ability, capability? How can we do it? So with the question that we ask ourselves on a daily, and knowing that with intention, with momentum, with the constant practice and movements, we know for sure that will happen. We will sacrifice a little to gain our dreams reality. So remember, never give up and believe in yourself. Don't belittle yourself. Don't doubt yourself for a second. For a split second, do not doubt yourself. You doubt yourself, you gotta recalibrate, recenter yourself, ground yourself, and bring your attention back in this present moment, knowing that you can do whatever you want once you put your mind to it. Allow yourself, trust in the process, and believe that you can and you will. I freely turn and love you. Peace of mind, love your hearts. And of course, we may not always know what we need to do or how to do it. I myself sometimes don't even know what I'm doing, but that's okay. We're doing on a daily basis. We're doing it. Whatever that is, whatever your passion is, we're doing it. We all have the same 24 hours a day, right? And as long as you put in the work in, 2 hour minimums, we're good to go. And keep on practicing it. Work on your craft. As an artist, as a masterpiece in progress, work. Do diligently. Put in the work. That's progress over perfections. Once you put in due diligence, when the time comes, you prepare yourself. That's where the preparation meets opportunity. Whatever that may be. Whatever your passion is. Whatever your goal is. Whatever your desired dream is. It will come to manifestations before your eyes. Your partners. Your relationship. Your business. Whatever it is. Because all is going to work. Everything will always work out for us. I'm coming through the street where there's a lot of noisy, so I'm going to cut it short here. Thank you for viewing. I'm going to run back and get some exercise. More exercise after this cardio. Peace of mind, love, heart. Peace.